In the relentless current of modern life, many of us find ourselves adrift. We are constantly bombarded by information, expectations, and the demands of a world that never seems to slow down. This ceaseless tide often leaves us feeling overwhelmed, uncentered, and deeply anxious. The sheer volume of content, the pressure to perform, and the constant connectivity can create a state of perpetual mental chaos. It feels as though our minds are under siege, struggling to find solid ground amidst the noise. This is the modern reality for so many. Yet, amidst this chaos, there exists an ancient path, tested by time and human experience. Stoicism offers not a retreat from the world, but a powerful framework for navigating its challenges with inner strength and profound calm. It is an antidote to the feeling of being tossed about by external forces. If you seek a way to anchor yourself, to find peace in the storm, and to cultivate resilience from within, you are in the right place. Consider subscribing to Wisdom for Life, where we explore timeless philosophies for navigating contemporary challenges. Join our community dedicated to growth and inner peace. In this exploration, we will delve into how the wisdom of Stoicism can fundamentally change your relationship with anxiety. We will uncover practical principles that empower you to reclaim control of your inner world, regardless of external circumstances. Prepare to explore a path towards a more centered and tranquil existence. The cornerstone of Stoic philosophy is the clear distinction between what is within our control and what is not. Epictetus taught that some things are up to us and some things are not up to us. Our opinions, impulses, desires, and aversions are within our control. Our bodies, possessions, reputation, and external events are not. Anxiety often arises from our desperate attempts to control the uncontrollable. We worry about the future, about other people's opinions, about outcomes that are ultimately beyond our direct influence. This struggle against reality is a source of immense suffering. By focusing our energy solely on what we can control, our judgments, our actions, our character, we free ourselves from this futile battle. We learn to accept what is outside our power, directing our efforts towards cultivating our inner state. This shift in focus is profoundly liberating and immediately reduces the grip of anxiety. This principle, the premeditation of evils, involves mentally preparing for potential difficulties or setbacks. It is not about dwelling on negativity, but about calmly considering challenges that might arise. Seneca encouraged us to imagine losing what we hold dear or facing adversity. By contemplating potential misfortunes in advance, we diminish their power to shock and overwhelm us if they occur. We build mental resilience, preparing our minds to face challenges with greater equanimity. This practice helps to inoculate us against the paralyzing fear of the unknown. Instead of being blindsided by difficulty, we approach it with a degree of preparedness. This mental rehearsal allows us to think more clearly and act more effectively when faced with real-world problems. It transforms potential anxieties into manageable considerations. Stoicism posits that the only true good lies in virtue itself. The four cardinal virtues are wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. These are not abstract concepts, but practical guides for living a good life. Living virtuously is the path to eudaimonia, often translated as flourishing or a life well lived. When our actions are guided by these virtues, we build an inner fortress that external events cannot easily penetrate. Acting with wisdom in our judgments, courage in facing fears, justice in our dealings with others, and temperance in our desires anchors us in something stable and meaningful. Anxiety often stems from pursuing external goods, wealth, status, approval, which are inherently unstable and outside our control. By prioritizing virtue, we align ourselves with what is truly good and within our power, creating a deep sense of purpose and inner peace that transcends external circumstances. Stoic philosophy strongly emphasizes the importance of anchoring the mind in the present moment. Marcus Aurelius reminds us that we only ever live in the present, this fleeting instant. The past is gone, and the future is uncertain. Anxiety thrives by pulling our minds into hypothetical future scenarios or regrets about the past. It distracts us from the only reality we can actually inhabit and influence. By consciously bringing our attention back to the here and now, we reclaim our mental energy. In the present moment, most of our anxieties do not exist. We can focus on the task at hand, appreciate what is real, and act effectively. Cultivating presence through mindful awareness is a powerful tool for dismantling the architecture of anxiety. A practical and powerful Stoic practice is the use of a journal. This involves setting aside time for reflection, writing down thoughts, examining judgments, and reviewing the day's actions. It is a dialogue with oneself, a space for honest introspection. Journaling allows us to observe our thoughts and emotions with a degree of distance. We can see our anxious thought patterns laid out on the page, recognizing them as mere thoughts rather than absolute truths. This observation disarms their power over us. Through regular journaling, we cultivate self-awareness, identifying the triggers for our anxiety and the irrational beliefs that fuel it. It becomes a tool for clarifying our thinking, reinforcing Stoic principles, and tracking our progress towards greater tranquility. It is a mirror for the mind. Stoicism teaches the serene recognition and acceptance of reality as it is, not as we wish it to be. This does not mean passive resignation, but an active embrace of the present moment and its circumstances, including those we find difficult. It is about acknowledging facts without resistance. Much of our anxiety comes from resisting what is inevitable or already happened. We expend vast amounts of energy fighting against reality, wishing things were different. This internal conflict is a major source of stress and unease. By practicing radical acceptance, we free up this wasted energy. We acknowledge the situation, feel the emotions it brings, and then focus on how we can respond virtuously and effectively from that point. This acceptance is not defeat. It is the foundation for real peace and effective action. This technique involves gaining perspective by viewing our problems from a broader, often cosmic viewpoint. Imagine looking down on your life, your city, your country, and eventually the entire planet from high above. See your worries in the context of the vastness of space and time. From this elevated perspective, the things that cause us intense anxiety often shrink in magnitude. Our personal troubles seem less overwhelming when viewed against the backdrop of human history or the universe itself. This exercise helps to detach us from the immediate intensity of our worries. It reminds us of our place in the larger scheme of things and encourages humility. This shift in perspective can bring a profound sense of calm and proportion, allowing us to see our challenges more clearly and respond with greater wisdom and less emotional reactivity. Stoicism is fundamentally a philosophy for life, not just for contemplation. Its principles are meant to be applied in the messy reality of daily existence. Reading about Stoicism is the first step. Living it is the journey. Bringing these lessons into your daily routine is how you build mental armor against anxiety. It requires conscious effort, consistent practice, and self-discipline. Each moment is an opportunity to apply the dichotomy of control, practice acceptance, or choose a virtuous response. By consistently putting these principles into action, you gradually reshape your mind and your reactions. You build resilience, cultivate inner strength, and develop an unshakable calm that is not dependent on external circumstances. This is the true power of applied philosophy. Stoicism is not a magic pill or a quick fix for anxiety. It is a path, a discipline, a daily practice that requires commitment and perseverance. It is about fundamentally changing how you perceive the world and your place within it. But for those who commit to this path, the rewards are immense. It offers the strength to face life's inevitable challenges with a quiet mind and a steady heart. It provides a compass for navigating uncertainty and finding meaning even in difficulty. Cultivating this inner resilience requires self-discipline and deep self-awareness. It is a journey of continuous learning and application. This video is an invitation to begin or deepen that journey, to embark on a path of personal transformation. If the wisdom shared here resonated with you, if you feel a pull towards a more centered and purposeful life, consider subscribing to Wisdom for Life. Join our growing community of individuals committed to exploring ancient wisdom for modern living. Liking this video helps spread these valuable ideas to others who might be struggling. Your engagement makes a difference. We also invite you to share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Which Stoic practice speaks most to you? Which one will you try to implement today? Your insights can inspire and support others on this shared path. Together, we can learn and grow. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of Stoicism and its power to transform anxiety. Stay calm and live with purpose.